Story: Being compassionate toward oneself. The wise man. There was a girl who had a strange illness with an unknown cause. Her health and strength gradually declined. Every night, she had the same strange dream of a deserted house with many people locked inside, desperately crying for help. She went to everywhere to find someone who could help and got introduced to a Zen master. After some time communicating and understanding the root cause of the disease, the Zen master gave her a golden key and told her that the next time he had the dream, she should unlock the door and free all the people inside the deserted house. Once back in the dream, she quickly went to the door and put the key in the lock. Right then, out of curiosity about who was behind the door, she peeked and saw many people who had hurt her in life, including the neighbor who recently moved in next to her house and the old childhood dog from when she was in school. She thought to herself, why should I release these people when they were the ones who hurt me? She turned around and walked away with a faint smile on her lips and woke up from the dream. After that, her health did not improve, but wasn't until she could no longer endure it and returned to the Zen master. The Zen master told her there was no more time left. If she did not free those people, the deserted house would collapse, which meant her health would also collapse. Between life and death, with no more hesitation, she opened the door and freed everyone inside the deserted house. Only one person was unable to walk out from the corner of the house. She quickly helped her out. As soon as the two stepped out of the house, it collapsed. What surprised her most was that the girl from the corner of the deserted house was herself. Upon waking up, her health had changed and gradually improved. To fully understand everything, she went to see the Zen master again. The Zen master explained to her that she had blamed herself for other people's mistakes and lacked compassion for others and herself. Being compassionate to others is the simplest way to save one's future. The wise man. What do you feel about compassion from these two stories? The girl. I understand that being compassionate to others means being compassionate to oneself. I realize it's thanks to those who hurt me that I become more compassionate, mature, and stronger. The wise man. Do you know the greatest benefit of compassion? The girl. Based on the above story, I think it's that it will save my life. The wise man smiles. Do you have a very special understanding? However, to truly be compassionate, you need a big heart enough to contain and love people. After learning this, one of my students handled a very special situation with an understanding of non-attachment to others' faults, bringing joy to many people. In the days nearing Tate, traffic was very busy. She was walking on the right side of the road, but still got hit by a delivery boy. She fell on the road, scraping her knees, and they bled. The boy's face turned pale with fear, stuttering apologies to her. Seeing the boy's panicked face made her feel very sympathetic. She thought that if she asked the boy to take her to the hospital, for the examination right away. He wouldn't be able to finish delivering on time or afford the medical fees. Immediately, she cheerfully told the delivery boy, "I'm fine, go on your way." Despite hearing her say that, the delivery boy didn't dare leave. Seeing that, she said, "I promise you I'm fine. I'm okay. Go deliver on time." The young man was extremely moved and thanked her continuously. She felt the joy from the delivery boy's eyes. The wise man, "How do you feel about my student?" The girl, she has a enough heart to be compassionate to people. Clearly, the boy was at fault, but he didn't hold on to the boy's fault in her mind and resent him on or demand compensation from him. Her mind was very balanced, unattached, and not annoyed. The wise man, she shared with me that she also felt very moved and happy to see the delivery boy's joy and gratitude. She was certain that in similar future cases, the boy would treat others the same way he treated him. The girl, "Thank you for clearly showing me that what compassion for people means." The story reminds me of the image of my teacher and his wife. That day was the release of his book. Due to the pandemic, the celebration had to be held online from the home of my teacher, and his wife dressed very nicely for the guests as a guest. While my teacher shared with nearly 500 viewers, his children dressed in pajamas came out and climbed on him and his wife. If an ordinary person were giving a speech and a child interrupted, the adult would be very annoyed and scold the child. But my teacher and his wife calmly and happily continued sharing as if nothing had happened because they didn't see any problem with the children's behavior. They were in complete control of the situation because of the compassion for the children. The wise man. In the story you told, do you know why the teacher and his wife were able to be compassionate to their children? Is it because the teacher and his wife saw the children's actions as perfectly fine, so they were not attached or annoyed? The wise man. Yes, when you have the energy of compassion, your mind will always be balanced. You will not cling to troubles and you will not be annoyed. Everything arises from your perception attached to it. When you understand this, you will stand above all troubles. Note that the most important person to be compassionate toward is yourself. When you are compassionate with yourself, it will improve and confidently move forward. The girl, hearing you share this reminds me of a story. I had a friend who cherished very much. When she was my employee, she was very well behaved and listened to everything I said. But when she moved to another department and I addressed an issue she disagreed with, she showed an annoyed attitude and argued intensely with me. Something she never did when she was my employee. As we were arguing, another colleague came by to discuss a task with me. My mind immediately stopped arguing. I didn't cling to my annoyance, but switched to very happily speaking with the other colleague. After finishing our conversation, I returned to the discussion with the former employee, reasoning that her thinking was immature at times because she was still young. I didn't cling to her attitude and behavior anymore. I wasn't even annoyed. My mind at that time was very balanced and unattached. After talking with her until late in the evening, I had a very strange feeling. I felt very comfortable, light, happy, and grateful for everything. The wise man. Congratulations! You understand what the mental state of a compassionate person is like. This is a very important foundation for you to approach peace within yourself. The girl, can you help me thoroughly understand inner peace? The wise man, I will support you in exploring deeper afterward. Now let's look at the mental state of cherishing.